Canadian actor Michael Cera became one of the most known comedy stars of the 2000s due to his eccentric acting persona, which became the pinnacle of awkward humor. He established himself within the boundaries of popular culture through films such as Superbad and Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. In addition to his cinematic career, he has made notable contributions to television, most notably his work on the popular American sitcom Arrested Development, which has received worldwide acclaim from both fans and reviewers. His career, however, has stalled in recent years. Here are some facts about Michael Cera that you probably didn't know. He was inspired to act after seeing Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters appears to be a movie for adolescents and teens, yet Michael Cera became enamored with it when he was only 3 years old. He was so taken with Bill Murray's portrayal of Dr. Peter Venkman that he memorized all of his lines word for word. He left school after the 9th grade to pursue his dream. His first acting gig was a minor, unpaid role in a Tim Hortons commercial. Eventually, he was spotted by a talent scout for Pillsbury who gave him his first speaking role, where he poked the Pillsbury doughboy. His television acting career began on the Canadian show My Best Friend is an Alien. He learned Spanish for a role. While not all of his projects were huge successes, his dedication to his profession is impressive. For a role in the 2013 psychological thriller Magic, which was set in Chile, Cera learned to speak Spanish. He spent 5 hours every day studying the language. In the process, he also discovered that his surname translates to wax in Spanish, Portuguese, and Italian. He almost missed out on his role in Arrested Development. Netflix's revival of Arrested Development that began all the way back in 2013 may have come to an end, but it remains worth watching for its original style, intelligent writing, and ridiculously oblivious characters. The show provided some of the most memorable moments of any sitcom, as well as one of the most shocking TV plot twists that were subtly foreshadowed. Michael Cera, Tony Hale, who played Buster Bluth, and Jessica Walter, who played Lucille, were all cast from videotape auditions before being called in for the pilot. All went on to be iconic cast members, with Buster having some of the best quotes in Arrested Development. There were concerns, however, that the Canadian Michael Cera would have issues obtaining a visa to work in America in time for the audition, and that he could miss out on his chance. In the end, luckily, the then 11-year-old Cera was able to obtain the visa in time. The show went on to launch Cera's career as well as giving him one of his best roles, playing the awkward George Michael Bluth. He was the only choice for Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Even with all of the well-known roles Michael Cera has played, it's tough to separate him from his part as Scott Pilgrim in Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. His distinct film demeanor was a fantastic fit for this character, and his sense of timing means he's responsible for some of the best line deliveries in the movie. Given how well he fits into this role, it's no surprise that Edgar Wright always imagined the part as one that only Cera could portray. Wright told Cinema Blend in 2020, "Michael was my first and only choice for the role. I've been working on this for, like I said, 5 years, and I remember in 2005 writing the first draft of the script and saying to Michael Bacall, we were watching a lot of Arrested Development at the time, oh, it's a shame that George Michael kid isn't older. He'd be perfect for Scott Pilgrim." And then cut to 2010 and he's 22 and the character is 22, and we're all good. He got a concussion while filming Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. In one of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World's most memorable scenes, Chris Evans plays a list actor, skateboarder, and all-around jerk Lucas Lee, one of the 7 evil exes that the titular hero must defeat in order to date Mary Elizabeth Winstead's Ramona Flowers. The scene is as absurd as the rest of the film, but what we see on screen is nothing compared to the ordeal Michael Cera went through to obtain the footage needed for the final cut. He told Entertainment Weekly that the stunts in that scene were particularly harsh. "It was freezing when we were shooting that fight with Chris Evans all through the night. There was this moment where I get hit over the head with a skateboard, which was supposed to explode on impact. They build this skateboard out of balsa wood. I'm wearing a helmet under my hat. But this thing would not break. We did, 5 takes of me just getting hit over the head full force in an effort to make explode. I felt myself getting a concussion. After 5 takes of that, I said to Edgar, I don't think I can do this anymore. They did it with a CG effect in the end." He had a bizarre request for Rihanna in This Is the End. In 2013, a little film called This Is the End was released in theaters, and it soon became a comedy hit that everyone had to watch. It featured an amazing cast, including Seth Rogen and James Franco, and many celebrities made brief appearances, including Rihanna and Michael Cera. At one point, Cera smacks Rihanna's behind, and it leads to him getting smacked in the face. It turns out that this wasn't a fake bit of acting, but something Cera specifically requested. In a GQ interview, co-wrote and director Evan Goldberg said, "And Michael said to all of us, I'm going to ask her if I can slap her butt for real. I think it will make the joke way funnier." And we were like, yeah, totally go for it. Go nuts. And so he asked permission to do the butt slap, and she said, "You can do it, but I'm coming back way harder." Rihanna held up her end of the bargain. Seth Rogen said, "She really slapped the shit out of him like 6 times, and eventually he said, I can't do this anymore." He's an accomplished musician. Cera is a true multi-talented artist. He was a backup singer for the American rock band Weezer in the song Hang On, and once said his favorite of the band's albums is Pinkerton. In 2014, he released an album of his own called True That, and also toured as a bassist for the indie rock group Mr. Heavenly. He once made a mockumentary with his best friend. Cera created a mockumentary called Clark and Michael with his best friend Clark Duke. The comedic series of short videos follow the friends' attempts to sell a TV pilot. He described the characters in the low-budget project as more idiotic and more diluted versions of themselves. It was originally intended for the American adult comedy channel Adult Swim, but was changed to a dot comedy for CBS. Cera thought the internet seemed like such a step down. He is extremely private. Michael Cera is known for being extremely private. People didn't even know he dated and almost married Aubrey Plaza until years later. He never even announced marrying his longtime girlfriend Nadine. Fans only found out about it because the paparazzi spotted him wearing a wedding band, and an insider later told Us Weekly the details. Needless to say, when his co-star Life and Beth Amy Schumer accidentally told the media that he had a baby, it was awkward. Schumer accidentally brought it up while talking about her own kiddo in an interview with Cera on ET. She said, "Michael has a baby, too. Is that public knowledge? I just outed him. I just outed his baby." In March 2022, Cera told Extra a little bit about his first child. He's just a little 6-month-old baby. He has a YouTube channel. Cera launched a comedic YouTube channel with fellow comics Sarah Silverman, Reggie Watts, and Tim and Eric. The channel that was launched on March 10, 2013, has since petered out.